Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all. So there is no difference between Srimad Bhagavatam and Supreme Lord. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So He is our protector, He is our take care. He takes care of us, He is protecting us. Like Maharaja is giving example of Indradev, like Indradev is taking care of all his people, or all the other demigods and goddesses in the heaven, because he is the king of heaven. So the one who has taken the responsibility of taking care of all those things. So we have innumerable universes. Like in Shiva Lok, Shiva is the protector of that particular loka. Like in Brahma Lok, Brahma is the protector of that loka. So each there is so like Brahma is the king of Brahma Lok, Shiva is the king of Shiva Lok. But Krishna, Ishvara Parama Krishna, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the supreme of all. So in every state there is a president. Means he takes care of the ministers, of the people of that particular state. So the president takes care of all the people who are residing in his country. So each and every country has a president. And so the president, the minister of the state is run by so president runs the minister of the particular state. So like there are innumerable universes, and there are innumerable president of all those universes. So above all, so Krishna is the supreme protector. Under his guidance, different demigods or goddesses are taking care of different planets. So Supreme Lord is Sat Chit Ananda. Sat is eternal, Chit is knowledge, and Ananda is bliss. This is called the Swarup Shakti of Supreme Lord. Apart from these, there are many other powers of Supreme Lord. One is Antaranga Shakti and another is Bahiranga Shakti, internal and external energy of Supreme Lord. So Maya is doing two different work. So those who are trying to serve Supreme Lord sincerely, those who are serving him. So she is helping all those sincere devotees to serve Supreme Lord, and she is doing the connection between the devotee and Supreme Lord. So that is called Yogamaya. So she makes the connection of Supreme Lord and his devotees, and the external energy of the Lord, that is like Mahamaya. So this is called the external energy or the Bahiranga Maya of Supreme Lord. Though this is the external energy of Supreme Lord, but still Supreme Lord is controlling Maya Devi. Supreme Lord is ordering what she has to do. So Maharaj is giving example like if I will stand in front of the wall, my shadow will fall on the wall. So my shadow has no power to lift the hand or lift the leg. It is me who is lifting and the shadow is reflecting on the wall. So same like that, Maya cannot do anything by her own. So if Maya is controlled by Supreme Lord, whatever Supreme Lord orders, Maya does according to that. And the three energies of Maya, that is the mode of passion, the mode of ignorance, and the mode of goodness. Brahma has accepted the mode of goodness, because he is through mode of goodness he is doing the creation, and with the mode of passion Vishnu is taking care. You may think that you are taking care of your family, but it is not, it is false. Supreme Lord is taking care of all of us. Not only us, but Supreme Lord is taking care of the entire universe, and not only one universe, but several innumerable universes are there, and Supreme Lord is the caretaker of all those universes. There are in the forest there are different kinds of birds, different kinds of animals, tigers. So when they are sick, who is providing them medicine? Are you going to provide them medicine? No, Supreme Lord is providing food, Supreme Lord is providing them water, and as well as Supreme Lord is also providing them medicine when they require. In the mountains, if you go and see, there are big trees, banyan trees are there, rubber trees are there, but who goes there up on the high mountain to provide water or to provide food to those big trees? Nobody goes there to provide. So who is taking care of all those trees? Supreme Lord, Vishnu. So once you reap the fruits of your actions, who is killing you? When the annihilation is happening with us, when death is coming, so who has taken it? The mode of ignorance, that is Shiva has taken the mode of ignorance. Through that he is doing the annihilation. If you think that you will never grow old or you will never die, like this, who thinks like this, and with this mentality, if one is accumulating money and trying to live more and more in this world and trying to enjoy the material sense activities, then it is false. Because whatever you are accumulating now, the time when death will come to you, you have to leave everything in this material world and have to go empty-handed. So that's why one has to think the reality that when you will leave this world, you have to go alone. You cannot take anything with you when you will go after your death. So your hairs, death is holding your hairs tightly. Like example Maharaj is giving, when you are going for a good work, you went outside to go and immediately a car came and hit you, and there you met an accident and you left your body. Did you know from before that you will die today? You don't know where there is you don't know when death comes to you, but Lord knows. So Supreme Lord is controlling Mahamaya. Supreme Lord is the cause of all causes. So Maya has these three modes of material nature: the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. And one cannot, and it is not very easy to defeat this or to cross this material ocean and to get liberation. Only when you will come in contact with a bona fide sadhu, by the association of sadhu, you can easily free yourself from this material world. So that's why Supreme Lord has explained in Bhagavad Gita to Arjun. So Supreme Lord is never touched by Maya, but he controls Maya. So the three modes of material nature, the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance, nobody can cross over these three modes of material nature. Then if one can say, then how he can cross over these three modes of material nature? Only when you come in association of a pure devotee and then you associate him, follow his instructions, and if you try to follow what that bona fide sadhu is telling, you will be able to free yourself from the clutches of this material world. Because these bona fide sadhus, they have easily controlled their senses. The pure devotees of the Lord, they have controlled their senses and they have achieved the lotus feet of Supreme Lord by suppressing the material things of this world. Maharaj is giving example that when you are going to travel somewhere, like if you're going to the mountains or anywhere else, anywhere in the country you want to travel, you have to accumulate money from several months before to travel to that place. So when you will travel with those people to various places, they will give you paper where they would want to know what kind of food you would like to accept, and whatever you will order there, they will give you that food. And the waiter of the hotel would come to you with folded hands and will ask what kind of food you would like to have in the night. Firstly, the waiter will come to you in a very good mood when he will ask what kind of food you would like to have. But if you have not paid him, the next day he will come and he will be harsh to you and will ask you that yesterday you have eaten and you have not given the bill of it, and then he will think that, oh, I have no money. And when the person will reply that I have no money, then immediately the waiter will not fold he will not fold his hands in front of you and will talk to you. He will say, oh, immediately you get out from this place. So Maharaj is telling the time we have money in our hand, till that time people will be running after us, or they will behave nicely with us. The time you will have no money, and that time nobody will even bother you. They will treat you very badly. So that's why. So the one who reaches Devalok, he gets the body of a demigod. And if one is committing sin or offense, and then he accepts another body, and that is called Linga Sharir. And whatever body you accept after you commit sin, then you have to, in that body, you have to reap the fruits of all your actions, whatever sins you have committed from his previous births. So Maharaj is explaining, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is the cause of all causes. So Maharaj is telling, if you want to make something or if you want to create something, then you have to give your intelligence, your idea into that. So like Maharaj is giving example of a potter. Like when the potter starts to make clay pots, first he collects all his ingredients, what he needs to make that pot. So when at the time of creation, whatever things one requires to create, he first arranged with all those ingredients. So why Supreme Lord is the cause of all causes? Because so first he creates the sky, because he wants to keep all these things before creation. So he first accumulates whatever he requires for his creation, and after that, when he completes accumulating all his ingredients, then he starts to do the creation. Only by possible things it will not happen. First you need to require. So Maharaj is giving example, even if you try to make something, like he is giving example that when you try to construct a building, also you first try to accumulate the ingredients. You try to arrange for all the ingredients, and then you start constructing the building. So same like that, Supreme Lord, even before the creation, first he arranges everything, whatever is required, then he starts the creation. So Maharaj is saying, only if Supreme Lord would have created the universe, and after that only he would have given water and mountains, people would have not able to live in this world. He created oxygen, he created air. So he has done the creation in such a way that we are breathing oxygen and we are as well as annihilating. It means Maharaj is trying to say that we are breathing in the good air which is there, and whatever bad activity, whatever bad dirty things are there in our stomach, we are breathing out that. So Maharaj is saying, only if wind would have been there, one would have not lived, because every time then he would have only felt very cold if only wind would have existed. Only sky or only wind would have, if these things would have existed alone, people would have not lived. So there is existence, first there is existence of the sky, then the existence of the wind, and now the existence of the fire. So the work of the fire is the fire which is inside our stomach is helping us for our digestion. Whatever food we are eating, that fire which is inside us is helping for digestion. And then comes the water. If water would have not existed, because to reduce the heat, one needs to use fire. And from the water comes the soil. And from the soil comes the food. Like people are doing harvesting in the village. Paddy fields are there, vegetables, like the fruits we eat. We get those from the trees. Supreme Lord has arranged that for us. Also, there are small grass, tender grass on the fields, and the ants, they eat that. So Supreme Lord is also providing food for them. So he is providing food for the humans, also for the biggest of the big animals, and also for the smallest of the small animals. Supreme Lord is providing food. So that's why he is called that. That's why he is called the cause of all the causes. So that's why there is no past and present or future for him. He is from the time immemorial. So that's why there is no difference between the book Srimad Bhagavatam and Supreme Lord. Like Maharaja is telling, a person can cross over a big river by his own strength, but the great sages of this world, the great sadhus, are performing devotion unto the lotus feet of Supreme Lord to liberate them from this material world and to get the service of the Supreme Lord and to get the service of Supreme Lord. So in the material world, these 6 material things are always there. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moho, Modo, Matsarja. Even the demigods can't control this. Even the small animals, the fireflies or even a small ant, also they enjoy. They also satisfy the material sense organs of their body. So sometimes they are doing some good activities, and when they are trying to control their senses, they are accepting the body of a demigod. And again, once their good activities or the pious deeds are over, then they again fall down from their position and again they accept the body of a demon. So it is like ups and downs, because it is very difficult to control the lust, anger, ignorance. Even sometimes the great sages also cannot control their lust, and we have many examples. So it is not very easy to defeat the material sense organs. Last, anger and ignorance. So we are always being controlled by the three modes of material nature: the mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of goodness. So Krishna told to Arjuna, from before we are already suffering in this material world, and we are reaping the fruits of our own actions. So as we have done, we are suffering, we will suffer, and also in future we have to suffer if we will not control our lust, our ignorance, and our greediness. And this will lead us to the hell. And it also destroys one's soul. Then once we are engrossed in this lust, ignorance, and greediness, that time we will not have any intelligence of what is good and what is bad. We'll lose everything. So one should throw these things away from his life. If you cannot, then the entire life you will always have to suffer. Sometimes you will attain the body of a demigod, sometimes you will attain the body of a demons, and like this you have to live your life. Even the demigods who are in the heaven, they are also suffering like this from the cycle. Once their pious deeds are over, they again get the body of a demon. Till the time their pious deeds are not over, they are enjoying in heaven. And once it is over, they again have to take the birth of a demon. So if you think that the demigods and goddesses who are there in the heaven and they are in constant happiness, it is not. Once their pious deeds which also get over, they also again have to attain the body of a demon. So it is not very easy to detach yourself from these material sense activities. So calm, lust, lobh, greediness, moho, illusion, envy, and mother, madness. So in the material ocean, these 5 things are there, and though we are in this material world, we are always getting disturbed by these 6 things, and we can easily be carried away by these 6 material things. So that's why it is called, this material ocean is endless. We don't know where there is the end of this ocean. Nobody has told us that where it ends. It's endless. So only the universe where we are residing, that is the smallest of all other universes. So Maharaja is saying one can only cross this material ocean by the grace of a sadhu. When one comes in contact with a sadhu and will follow the words of a sadhu, staying under his guidance, then one will be able to cross this material ocean. So Maharaj is giving an example. Even a blind person can also cross this material ocean if he is surrendered unto the lotus feet of a sadhu. Even a person who has no legs, physically disabled, even that person, if he will follow a sadhu's guidance, even he will also be able to cross this material ocean. So whatever we can see in front of our eyes, the mountains, the rivers, the oceans, who has created this? Even though we want to accept, but we have to accept that Supreme Lord has created. Maharaj is also giving example of the mic stand. He is telling the mic stand which is in front of me, someone has actually made this. Though we don't want to accept the person, or though we have not seen the person who has made this mic stand, but there is someone who has constructed this mic stand. We cannot deny that fact. So this material ocean, this beautiful nature, this entire creation has been done by Supreme Lord. And one who will read Srimad Bhagavatam under the guidance of a bona fide sadhu, he will easily be able to cross the material ocean. That material ocean which is endless. Only by staying under the guidance of a sadhu, he will be able to cross it. The glories of Supreme Lord, the pastimes of Supreme Lord, the associates of Supreme Lord's pastimes, if one will hear those from the mouth of a sadhu every day, what will happen? When you will hear it from the mouth of a bona fide sadhu, it will bring all auspiciousness to you. It will bring welfare to you. So even Maharaj is saying that when you will hear, you will So people of this world only know that by doing what work they can get pious deeds. And Maharaj is saying that pious deeds is temporary. It is not permanent. And the material people, the people of this world, they know that by doing charity or giving food to the poor people, or giving money to the poor people, they will accumulate pious deeds. Pious credit. So they think that doing all these kinds of donation and charity, they accumulate pious credit. But Maharaj is saying that this pious credit is also temporary. So Maharaj is telling, from our previous births, activities, our heart is full of dirt. Our heart is full of dirt. And due to that, from our previous births also, we are serving lust. So this can be called the disease of the heart, Hridrokam. And there is no treatment for this disease except one. No medicine can cure this disease of your heart. Only when you will hear the glories of Supreme Lord, the pastimes of Supreme Lord, but the glories of Supreme Lord's associates from the mouth of a bona fide sadhu every day, from Srimad Bhagavatam, then slowly you can get cured from this disease. Because hearing is important in the devotional life. What will happen when you will hear the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam from the mouth of a bona fide sadhu? This dirt will be removed from your heart slowly, and then only you can get cured from this disease of your heart. So that's why it has been said that one should every day hear the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam from the mouth of a bona fide sadhu. Not only one birth, but what your births from your previous life will all get removed. The anarthas will get removed. And how it will go? When you will hear Srimad Bhagavatam from the mouth of a bona fide sadhu. So, as I told in the beginning, that there is no difference between book Bhagavat and Supreme Lord. They are one and same. So what will happen when you will hear Srimad Bhagavatam every day? The anarthas, the dirt will be removed. And then you will have the taste of serving Supreme Lord. Then you will have the taste of serving Him. You will have the taste of performing devotion. And then you will only think about Supreme Lord, you will serve Him by His grace. And the one whose devotion will not be steady, he will keep on roaming to different demigods and goddesses, and whose nature are like the demons, due to their lusty nature. What will happen? They will keep on roaming from different gods and goddesses, because their faith is, because they have no, their faith is not yet fixed in Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Then what will happen? They will keep on roaming from one god to another god. So once you will have the taste of serving Supreme Lord, slowly, when you will have more when slowly your devotion will get steady. When you will get steady in your devotion, then you will reach to various stages of the bhava. So Maharaja is telling up to Mahabhav. So the more your devotion will get condensed, the more you will reach one level of your devotional path to reach to Supreme Lord. So whatever activities you do for the satisfaction of the Lord or satisfaction of the devotees or for Sri Guru, then one accumulates sukriti. Then that person will think that nobody else is beautiful than Supreme Lord. And that time he will be fixed in his devotion. His mind will not get restless. So then, after leaving this material body, when we will reach the Lord's abode, then only we will have this, then our sarup will be fixed. So whatever we will think while performing devotion, after getting the transcendental body, we will get that. So we are now in the middle, Tatastha Shakti, we are standing there. Now either we can go in the either we have to choose the path of devotion or we have to choose the material world. So the jivas are standing in the middle, Tatastha Shakti. So Supreme Lord is Satchidananda. We are also Satchidananda as we have emanated from Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is Brihad. Supreme Lord is big, but all that quality of Satchidananda is there inside us in one drop. Little.
যখন একেবারে মায়ার যে গুণ আছে রজতম, হ্যাঁ, আর সপ্ততে শুক্র, রজতে রক্তবর্ণ, তমতে কৃষ্ণবর্ণ, তমার রজ আর দ্বিতে মিলে কৃতবর্ণ, চার বর্ণ, সাতের বর্ণ মায়া গুণকর্ম বিভাগ, গুণ এবং কর্মের সাথে চারটি কর্ম।
So those from the marginal potency, those who have chose the material world, so they will get biased by the material world, and then averse to Supreme Lord, they will serve the material world. So that's why Nitya Mukta and Baddha Mukta means eternally liberated and eternally yes. One is eternally liberated and one is eternally conditioned. And Nitya Mukta means the one who chose the path of devotion by serving Supreme Lord. Means leaving the material world behind, he chose the path to serve Supreme Lord. And Baddha Mukta means eternally conditioned, the one who became averse to Supreme Lord and chose the material world and started serving the material and started serving the Maya. They are called Baddha Mukta, means they are eternally conditioned.
কিন্তু হলেও তার যে একেবারে ইচ্ছা শক্তি যে আছে, ভগবান যখন প্রকাশিত হয়ে গেল তখন ইচ্ছা শক্তি তার ভগবানের ইচ্ছায় ওই শক্তিটা আমাদের অপব্যবহার ফলেতে আমাদের নানা প্রকার শরীর ধারণ করতে হবে। এই জন্য বলছে যে এটা হলো আমাদের মানুষ যারা ওই বহির্মুখ হলো পৃথিবীকে অনাদি মায়া কাল দেয়, অনাদি কাল থেকে আমাদের সৃষ্টি দিচ্ছে। আর যারা
So those who have chose the material world from the beginning, they are suffering. Sometimes they are in happiness, sometimes in distress. And those who have chose the path of devotion, they have served Supreme Lord. So though they were eternally conditioned, but by choosing the path of devotion, they again got liberation by Supreme Lord's mercy by serving his lotus feet. So when a person is standing in the middle, when the jiva is in the middle, then the choice is on him that whether he will take the material world or he will choose the path of devotion. So the one who chooses the path of devotion, they gets liberated, and the one who chooses the path of material to serve the Maya, they gets conditioned. So Sat is eternal and Chit is knowledge. And with the knowledge, Supreme Lord knows everything, like in which place, in which country there is a particle of dust is lying. So with this knowledge, he knows everything. There is no death for the jivas. Jivas are eternal. Not there is no old age or for the jiva, and one cannot destroy the jiva with any weapon, and there is no birth or death for the jiva. So there is no birth and death, no destruction for the soul. So it is eternal, and the things which are not eternal, the Maharaja is telling the non-eternal things can be destroyed, but the eternal things you cannot destroy. So the soul that is eternal, you cannot destroy that. So that's why the soul is called eternal. There is no destruction, no birth or no death for this soul. Nor you can destroy this soul in fire. Nor, like Maharaj is giving example, in flood, in cyclone or in tsunami, the entire world is getting disturbed. The entire world is getting flooded. But with that same water, you cannot destroy a soul. Even with wind also you cannot destroy the soul. With any weapon you cannot destroy the soul. Nor you can make the Atma dry with wind. So that's why this soul is eternal. It always remains the same. The one which changes, that cannot be called eternal. The one which always remains the same, that can be called eternal. So that's why the jivas are eternal. Only the body gets destroyed, the gross body. So due to our whatever actions we have performed in our previous life, due to that we have got this human body, the body of a human, but the soul was the same. Only we are changing bodies after our death. So Maharaj is telling the anklet, the ankle belts, in the gold factory, the ankle belts can be molten again and can be given a different shape, and from it can be made a earring as well, a necklace as well. So these things So this is gold, but just melting it and giving it a different shape, you can make different things, a necklace or a earring or a bangle. So this cannot be called eternal, though though the gold is gold, it's not changing, but it's taking a different shape. So Maharaj is telling, so the gold is like that. Like if you have an ankle belt, you are, if you take it to the gold factory, the people who are working there, you tell them you want to make a earring, they will melt that ankle belt and will make it a earring for you. But that is the gold, only taking different shape. So same like that, our soul is the same. We are only just changing bodies. Sometimes we are taking the body of a demigod, sometimes we are taking the body of a demon, sometimes we are taking the body of a witch, sometimes we are taking the body of human, sometimes we are taking the body of animals, birds or insects, but the Atma remains the same, the soul remains the same, only our bodies are changing. So the Mahamaya is creating this material body with 5 kinds of material things: air, water, earth, ether, fire. So the way they are, the Brahma is creating the humans, in that same way he is creating the animals, like 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 1 tongue, and on the lower portion we have an anus from where we throw out all our bad things. So the same way all these things the humans have, even the animals also have all these things. And by whose desire they are making like this, whatever activities you have performed in your previous birth, according to that you are getting a body of it. And the person who is creating, who is making, according to that he is making your body. So that time either you are getting the body of a human, either you are getting the body of a demon, or you are getting the body of a demigod. It depends upon your actions, whatever actions you have performed, whether it's good or bad. According to the good actions you get a good body, according to your bad actions you get a bad body. Bad body means you get body of animals, demons, like this. Even those who have liberated from this material world, they have no attachment to this material world, but still they are serving the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. It is not that they have got liberated from this material world and they have stopped serving him. Even though after the liberation they are still serving Supreme Lord. So the way we every day take food morning, evening and night, like that same way we have to every day hear Srimad Bhagavatam, because we don't forget to take food. So in that same way we have to remember that we should also have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. So the way we eat food every day, in that same way we have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. I hope everyone understood today's Harikatha, and if anyone has not understood any portion can write here in the comment panel. We will discuss with Maharaj and we will get back to you. So it will be nice if you can reply whether you have understood or not, because Maharaj asks after every Harikatha whether the devotees who are listening online, they have understood the Harikatha or not. Hare Krishna.